The Beatles' music in the 1960s didn't just define a decade, it reshaped the very landscape of popular music. Emerging from Liverpool in 1960, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr quickly evolved from a raw rockin' roll band into pioneers of musical innovation. Early hits like Love Me Do and She Loves You captured the infectious energy of youth, blending catchy melodies with tight harmonies that were unprecedented in mainstream pop. As Beatlemania swept the world, their music became a soundtrack for a generation hungry for change and freedom. By the mid-60s, the Beatles were exploring more complex themes and experimenting with studio techniques, exemplified by albums like Rubber Soul and Revolver. Songs such as Norwegian Wood introduced the sitar and Indian influences, while tracks like Eleanor Rigby featured string quartets, bridging the gap between pop and classical music in ways that astonished listeners. The release of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band in 1967 marked a revolutionary moment, not just musically, but culturally, pushing boundaries with psychedelic sounds, conceptual storytelling, and groundbreaking production techniques under the guidance of producer George Martin. Lennon's introspective lyrics, McCartney's melodic genius, Harrison's spiritual explorations, and Starr's steady, inventive drumming all contributed to a sound that was greater than the sum of its parts. Beyond the studio, the Beatles' live performances, films like A Hard Day's Night, and public personas influenced fashion, attitudes, and youth culture worldwide. The band's willingness to embrace innovation, whether through tape loops, backwards recordings, or unconventional chord progressions, set a new standard for artistic ambition in popular music. By the end of the 1960s, the Beatles had not only chronicled the social and cultural revolutions of the decade, but had also expanded the possibilities of what rock music could achieve, inspiring countless artists across genres for generations to come. The 60s Beatles were more than a band. They were a phenomenon, a creative force that forever transformed the way people experienced, thought about, and connected to music.